So you're creating content, you're building an audience, you're providing value, but you're not asking for money because asking feels wrong, like you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, right? You post helpful content, you answer questions, you teach, you give value. But when it's time to promote something, when it's time to ask, right? When it's time to sell, you don't, right? You skip it. You avoid it. You tell yourself you'll do it later because asking for money feels uncomfortable. It feels pushy. It feels wrong. Free content, free advice, free value without ever asking for anything. Maybe that's the right way to do it. Maybe selling makes you that guy, right? The pushy marketer, the aggressive seller, the person everyone avoids because good people don't ask for money. Good people just help, right? They just give. They provide value without expecting anything in return. So asking for the sale feels dirty, like you're crossing a line, like you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. You're doing something wrong. Better to just keep giving without selling, without asking, without making anyone uncomfortable. And not wanting to be pushy makes sense, right? You don't want to annoy people. You don't want to feel like a sleazy salesperson. So avoiding the ask feels safer, right? More comfortable, like you're protecting the relationship. But here's what you're missing. Not asking for money isn't noble. It's avoiding the most important part of building a business, right? Businesses don't survive on free. They survive on selling. And if you never ask, you never build a business. My mentor had to show me this. I was of the idea that I would just provide free value, give my time and intellectual property for free, not selling anything because I didn't want to be that guy, right? My mentor helped me understand that I need to sell, and it is the most important skill. Businesses don't survive on giving away all of their products for free, right? They sell. So why does asking for money feel so wrong, right? What are you getting wrong about selling? Pay attention to this. Number one, selling isn't taking, right? It's offering an exchange. You think asking for money is taking from people, like you're extracting value, like you're being greedy. But that's wrong. Because selling is an exchange. You provide value, they provide money. Both people get something they want. You're not taking, right? You're trading. They get a solution to their problem. You get paid for solving it, right? If you never ask for money, you're giving without receiving. And that's not sustainable. That's not a business. That's charity. And charity doesn't pay your bills, right? Selling does. So stop treating selling like taking, because it's not taking. Number two, not asking protects you from rejection, but it also guarantees zero sales. You don't ask because you don't want them to say no, right? You don't want to hear rejection. You don't want to feel pushy. So you skip the ask, right? You avoid the discomfort. You protect yourself from hearing no. But you also guarantee you'll never hear yes, because people aren't asking. People who aren't asking don't get sales, right? People who aren't asked don't buy. They don't know you're selling, right? They don't know the option exists. Your fear of rejection is costing you sales, not because people would say no, but because you never give them the chance to say yes, right? So ask and let them decide, right? Some will say no, some will say yes. But if you never ask, the answer is always no. Number 3, people expect you to sell, right? You're the only one who thinks it's wrong. You think asking for money will make people uncomfortable, right? Will make them think less of you, will ruin the relationship. They don't think that, right? They expect it. You're running a business, right? Businesses sell, and that's normal. That's expected. The only person who thinks selling is wrong is you, right? Your audience knows you need money. You need to make money, right? They're waiting for you to make an offer. And when you don't, they think you're not serious, right? They think you're just a hobbyist, not a real business. So sell and make the ask, right? The people who want what you're offering will buy, right? The people who don't, won't. Neither group thinks you're wrong for asking. And if you're creating content but never promoting anything, if you're giving value but avoiding the ask, right? If you're scared of being that guy who sells too much, I need you to hear this. Selling isn't wrong. It's required. You can't build a business without asking for money, and the people you're helping expect you to sell. So stop avoiding the ask and make the offer. Let the people decide. That's how businesses work, right? Businesses don't survive on free. They survive on selling. And so how do you get comfortable asking for money, right? How do you make the ask without feeling pushy? You reframe it, right? Selling isn't taking, it's offering. You're not forcing anyone, right? You're giving them an option. They say yes or no. That's their choice, right? I put together a free guide, 7 steps to your first affiliate sale. Step 5 is sharing it smart, right? Step 6 is building trust. Those steps show you how to promote without being pushy, right? How to be upfront. The link is in the description. Go grab it, read it, execute the steps. Don't skip the sharing part. That's where the money happens. And drop a fire emoji if you're done avoiding and ready to promote. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.